Welcome, everyone. Here we are in the book of Isaiah. We are now in chapter 31. But as one of the table people here was bringing it up here, as we ended chapter 30, this Tophet, they had a comment about it, and that it was a place of human sacrifice. They're in the valley of Hinnom. It's actually Him. Himnon. Okay, you see it throughout the Bible referred to. And notice it's in a valley. Now, we were talking on the Sunday Bible study about using high places for this activity. And we brought up the valleys, like in Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, in this case, this was a valley. And this place was known for its child sacrifice and great fallen angel attracting orgies. Okay, that's what it was known for. And so in 33 there, in chapter 30, it's no wonder the Lord's taking this strict judgment of brimstone and fire out on this place. Terrible place. So anyway, here we are in chapter 31, moving right ahead in the book of Isaiah. We're still on some of the same subjects, like going down to Egypt for confidence in the Old Testament and the New. In the process of that, forsaking God. And then some quotes about the fall of Babylon. 31, book of Isaiah, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Okay, so here's a statement about the history. And again, it's going to be a problem in our day. And there's a very good statement here. No matter how bad the odds look, folks, no matter how much Satan roars or his followers puff their chest out, long as we have the help of the Holy One of Israel, they're in deep doo-doo, folks. We have the victory. They are going to lose. 2. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Again, there's our salvation. There is King Jesus, not the suffering servant, but the great warrior King of Kings. 3, it says, Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. There's our victory, folks. These people following the Rothschilds have no help. In 4 it says, For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. So these shepherds are the ungodly shepherds, and they're going to what? Try to attack Christ. Again, what did I say? The Battle of Armageddon is over at the top levels. We move on here in 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. And we have those exact details in the Bible. How the foot's going to hit the Mount of Olives. First, he raises the people that sleep in the dust, gives them their Melchizedek flesh. We who are alive and remain are called up with him. Down we come to the Mount of Olives with him, forever to be with Christ. There the earth splits. Judgment is poured out on the world's armies, on every corner of the earth. And we have victory. We are refined. We are God's treasure. Okay, so there's that, and we will be preserved there in 5. In 6, we have a new paragraph. Turn ye unto him from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. Okay, that's to who? That's to Christ. 7, it says, for in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. Okay, so there goes the idols. And this particular prophecy that's in 7, I don't know how many times it's in the Bible. It's over and over, as prophecy really is over and over. Now here's the fall of the Mystery Babylon Assyrian here. In a new paragraph in 8. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of a mean man, that is a average man, shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomforted. You see, that's not the normal casting down through warfare. No, no, no. This is the fire of the Holy Ghost that's going to devour every man of war there at the Battle of Armageddon. 9, it says, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign, saith the Lord, whose fire is in Zion and his furnace in Jerusalem. Okay, so that, once again, there's the casting down of the wicked. Notice here the princes, all the great men are hiding. Notice the ensign, that's Jesus Christ on the mount. This is the day of the Lord and the fall of the wicked here. And then we go on, as this goes here, to 32, and we have Christ, see, as the King of Kings here. So we're just going to keep moving. We're in Isaiah chapter 32, and we're in verse 1, and this is Christ. Behold, a king, capital K, shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Okay, we have lists of those people. Many of them you'll recognize. And what I found was funny was that Jonah, the one that ran from the Lord, is in those lists of some of the shepherds that will come back and rule the earth with Christ with a rod of iron. 2, it says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a culvert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Okay, so as the outpouring of the Holy Ghost and our victory is there, The shepherds are going to rule with real judgment. And they will have a guide, and that guide will be the King of Kings. So there is that. 3, it says, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. See, this is the tools that have gotten us to the victory. And now more outpouring of the Holy Ghost. What a gift. 4, it says, the heart of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly. See, this is the outpouring of the Holy Ghost. Now, notice here in today's world how the people that are on the so-called left are called liberals. And in fact, with Adam Weishaupt and his doctrine that he proceeded with there, for those that don't remember who he is, he's a great theologian, Satanist, that wrote doctrine for the future of the world. He developed not the Spanish Illuminati, the Alumbrados, no. He established the Bavarian Illuminati there in Germany in 1776. He wrote doctrine. They're hard to find, but they are out there. And he talked about using the term liberal to enslave people. Okay? So here we are. We have the outpouring and the evils cast down. Keep that in mind as we read 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Okay, churl, that's an old English word. It's not easy to look up. It's a stiff-necked, hard-hearted, rude person that does not know the Lord. He's a gainsayer. He's a liar. He's vile. The churl. 6, it says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. All right. And all you got to do is look around. Turn on the boob tube one time. Listen to the words that come out of the mouth of these heathens, knowing that their masters are sitting in the background, telling them what to read, their script. It's what we're getting. So I don't have to explain this. Just turn on your idiot box TV for a minute. Okay, now about this churl, this evildoer, this Adam Weishaupt type. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Okay, liberal. Yeah, and so Satan takes this term and uses it. He can't help himself. Prophecy will be fulfilled down to the letter. Okay, so there's that. They're destroying the poor. They're lying with their device of deception here. On we go in 8. But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Okay, so there they are. They're not changing their ways. And this term liberal, of course, you know the rest. It's used to this very day. And it certainly isn't to give people more freedom of choice, is it? Is it here to free us from this oppressive Antichrist? Is that what liberal is today? No. It's when they use that term, it's a double-speak term. It means they're liberating you from that unjust Adonai, God, the terrible one that did the terrible things in the Garden of Eden. Oh, We want to be free from him. That's what they mean. Okay, so for everybody that is cocky, I use that term, in the world that thinks that all this is great out here and there's nothing wrong in the world. Oh, we're moving ahead. Oh, my. Wow. Isn't it so nice? We're so modern now. We don't need that old Bible. No, 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 no. Listen to this. 9. Now, this one is aimed at the women who are involved in the mystery school. New paragraph. In 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Okay, so all this fluff, all this evil, horrible stuff, this vision for the world that Satan has, that all the brainwashed, in this case ladies, but the men are right there with them, they have this vision for the world and they think they got it won. Nothing can stop us now. Who can make war with this Antichrist? Oh my. The gathering is not going to come for you out there, Satanists. 11, tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Okay, so there's not only the harvest out here, but also for the reproduction system that is now being destroyed as we speak. 13, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous cities. So once again, it's all going to come around. You're going to see that your possessors out here, these 10 unseen merchant kings over the world, are not your friend, men or women, old man or child. They are the enemies of humanity, period. 14, because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. So I've been in this a million times. There's places that have been on the occult ley lines, and they're going to be given over to the animals when everything is regenerated through the quickening, through the power of the Holy Ghost. 15, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. Okay? So there's the Spirit I'm talking about, the Holy Ghost and the outpouring on those that have made it through this struggle of the tribulation. 16, then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness remain in the fruitful field. Okay, so you got all these symbols going. I don't have to stop and explain them all. There's going to be an outpouring of plenty. The seed is going to make fruit. And we're going to have peace on earth. 17, and the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and assurance forever. Yeah, there we are, folks. That is the New Jerusalem again. 18, and here we are, folks, here in 18. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. 19, when it shall hail, coming down on the forest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Okay, so we're going to be what? Passed over here, folks. Because we have sown the seed. 20, blessed are ye that sow beside all waters, and send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass. Now see here, that's what I'm talking about, sowing the seed. And in the end, when you're sowing the seed, even though this is not always easy, we have that gift of the Holy Ghost that keeps the joy in us, because we know that the Lord is going to fulfill all his word here in this prophecy and in all prophecies in the book here. What a harmonization it does. The whole 77 book Bible harmonizing together to give us such a good picture of the joy and our victory tomorrow. Hey folks, it's been a pleasure. This is the 1611 King James Bible Church and Table. We'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks, folks, once again.